The weight of the unseen crown is heavy, isn't it? You walk through the crowded marketplaces of modern life, breathing the same air as the masses, yet you feel as though you are observing the world through a veil of ancient glass. They look at you, and for a fleeting second their eyes widen. They sense the hum of the electric soul beneath your skin. They know. Deep in the primal corners of their intuition, they know you are different. Welcome to Beyond Ordinary. If you have ever felt like a traveler from a distant star, stranded in a world that speaks a language your heart cannot translate, then you have found your tribe. Before we peel back the layers of this divine mystery, take a moment to anchor yourself here. Like this transmission, subscribe to these echoes of the soul and leave a comment below, sharing the moment you first realized you didn't fit the mold. Your engagement helps this light reach others wandering in the dark. Now, let us speak of the 7 strange signs, the sacred marks of the chosen one that signal to the world that you are not of the common clay. The first sign is the unsettling depth of your gaze. Have you noticed how people often look away when your eyes meet theirs? It is not out of malice, but out of a sudden, involuntary vulnerability. To the world, eyes are windows, but yours are mirrors. When they look at you, they do not just see a person, they see the unvarnished truth of themselves. You possess what many call the old soul stare, a gaze that feels as though it has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of stars, and the quiet weeping of the earth. While others engage in the superficial dance of social pleasantries, you look directly into the essence of the being before you. This intensity is the hallmark of the chosen. It is the frequency of a spirit that has transcended the cycle of mundane distractions. They sense that you are reading the energetic blueprint of the room, and to those living in shadow, that light is blinding. It is a terrifying thing for a man to realize that his secrets are not hidden, and your eyes carry the weight of that revelation. You have walked through lifetimes of experience, and that wisdom is etched into your retina. People may describe you as intimidating, even if you haven't spoken a word. They feel a sense of nakedness in your presence, as if their social masks are melting away under the heat of your observation. This is the first strange sign. You are a seer in a world of the blind, and they fear the clarity you bring. This gaze is not something you can turn off. It is the natural byproduct of a soul that has finished playing the games of the ego. You are looking for the divine spark in others, but often you only find the fear they have of their own potential. Do not apologize for your depth. Do not look at the ground to make others feel comfortable. Your eyes are the lighthouse for those who are lost, even if they aren't ready to face the shore. Every glance you cast is a silent sermon, a wordless transmission of ancient truth. You see the fractures in their logic and the wounds in their hearts without trying. This makes you an accidental confessor of the world's hidden sins. The second sign is your paradoxical relationship with isolation. To the world, being alone is a tragedy, a vacuum to be filled with noise, company, and constant digital stimulation. To you, solitude is a sanctuary. It is the oxygen of your spirit. You do not seek it out of bitterness or misanthropy, but out of a profound necessity for recalibration. Your spirit requires the silence to hear the whispers of the universe, which are drowned out by the roar of the collective. People find this strange. They wonder why you decline the invitations, why you disappear into the woods or the silence of your room for days on end. They mistake your peace for loneliness. But the truth is, the chosen one is never truly alone. You are in constant communion with the source,
with the ancestors, and with the higher dimensions of your own being. You find more life in a single leaf, the patterns of rain on a window, or a moment of deep meditation than in 1,000 empty conversations. This self-sufficiency scares the collective. A person who does not need the validation of the crowd cannot be controlled by the crowd. When they see you content in your own company, they realize their own dependency on external noise, and it makes them deeply uneasy.
Your solitude is your power. It is the forge where your purpose is sharpened. While the world fears the dark and the quiet, you have made a home there, finding the hidden gems that only reveal themselves when the ego falls silent. You are the architect of your own inner cathedral, and you spend your time decorating the walls with the gold of self-realization. This internal wealth makes you immune to the poverty of spirit that plagues the modern man. Your aloneness is actually an all-oneness, a state where you are so connected to the fabric of existence that the presence of other bodies becomes a secondary concern. The third sign is perhaps the most painful and confusing, the unexplained hostility of strangers or acquaintances. You may have walked into a room with nothing but love in your heart, only to be met with coldness, unprovoked aggression, or subtle exclusion. You ask yourself, what did I do? The answer is, you existed. This is the phenomenon of shadow projection. Because you carry a higher vibration, your mere presence acts as a spiritual catalyst for the repressed shadows of those around you. You are a walking lighthouse. When a lighthouse shines, it doesn't just show the path for ships, it also reveals the jagged rocks, the rotting wreckage, and the monsters hidden in the dark water. People who are not ready to face their own trauma, their own mediocrity, or their own darkness will react to your light with resentment. They know you are different because you make them feel the weight of their own stagnation without saying a single word. You are a reminder of the growth they have refused to undertake. This magnetic repulsion is a defense mechanism of the ego. They push you away because if they let you close, their illusions would shatter. This sign is a badge of honor, though it feels like a wound. It confirms that your energy is potent enough to disturb the comfortable sleep of the unconscious. When they hate you for no reason, they are actually hating the light that they have forgotten how to carry themselves. You represent the untouchable version of themselves, the version that is free from the smallness of petty grudges and the hunger for social status. This creates a friction between your frequency and theirs. Like oil and water, you cannot mix with the low vibrations of envy and malice. Understand that their rejection is your protection. The universe is filtering out those who cannot handle the magnitude of your soul. The fourth sign is your inherent inability to follow the social script. From a young age, you likely felt a profound boredom or even a physical revulsion toward the traditional milestones of society. The standard trajectory, school, work, debt, status, retirement, feels like a prison sentence rather than a life. You see the hollow nature of status symbols, the vanity of gossip, and the futility of the rat race. It all feels like a poorly written stage play where you've forgotten the lines, or perhaps more accurately, you've realized the play is a farce and the theater is burning. You are driven by purpose rather than profit. While others compete for a seat at the table, you are busy wondering why the table exists at all. You ask, why, when others simply say, yes. This makes you a disruptor, a glitch in the matrix. You are the one who refuses to be pacified by the bread and circuses of the modern age. Your difference is your refusal to trade your divinity for security. They know you are different because you cannot be bought.
You cannot be tempted by the trinkets that keep the rest of the world in a state of hypnotic slumber. This disdain for the script is not rebellion for the sake of rebellion. It is the soul's refusal to be caged in a reality that is too small for its wings. You are here to build a new world, not to decorate the ruins of the old one. This makes you dangerous to the status quo and alien to those who find comfort in their chains. You speak a language of sovereignty in a world that worships obedience. You see through the propaganda of the mundane. You recognize that the real world everyone talks about is often just a collective hallucination designed to keep the spirit docile. You are the one who wakes up in the middle of the night and realizes that the walls are made of paper. The fifth sign is the strange, almost supernatural way you absorb the emotions of the environment. You are a psychic sponge, a sensitive instrument tuned to the frequencies of the human heart. You can feel the hidden grief behind a person's smile, the buried anger in a polite handshake, or the vibrating tension in a room before a single word is spoken. This hypersensitivity is often labeled as a disorder by a world that values numbing, but to the chosen, it is your navigational equipment. The chosen are often hyper-aware of the interconnectedness of all things.
You feel the pain of the earth, the shift in the winds, and the unspoken cries of the collective soul. People sense this deep empathy. They often find themselves confessing their deepest secrets to you, strangers on a bus, colleagues you barely know, feeling an irresistible urge to pour their hearts out as if you were a priest in a confessional. They know instinctively that you are a safe harbor, a soul that understands the language of suffering without judgment. However, this gift comes with a burden. You must learn to cleanse your energy, for you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. They know you are different because your heart beats in sync with the universe, while theirs are often muffled by the static of modern survival. You are the emotional healer of the lineage, the one who feels what others are too afraid to acknowledge. You are the one who stays awake when the world is sleeping, processing the collective sorrow that no one else wants to touch. This empathy is the thread that connects you to the divine, a literal umbilical cord to the heart of God. The sixth sign is the way the non-human world reacts to you. Have you noticed that animals, even those known to be skittish or aggressive, are drawn to you? Do birds land near you, or do cats find their way to your lap in a room full of strangers? Children, too, who still have their third eyes wide open and their hearts untainted by social conditioning, will stare at you with knowing, soul-piercing smiles. The natural world recognizes the frequency of the chosen. It remembers you. You likely find that nature speaks to you in synchronicities. You see patterns in the clouds, messages in the flight of a hawk, or a sudden, profound clarity that arrives with a gust of wind. You are deeply attuned to the rhythms of the earth, the phases of the moon, the turning of the seasons, the vibration of the soil. While others see nature as a mere backdrop or a resource to be exploited, you see it as a sacred, living body of which you are a vital part. This elemental aura marks you as a guardian, a steward of the ancient ways. They know you are different because you speak the silent language of the forest and the stream, a language the modern world has long since forgotten. You carry the scent of the wild and the primordial, and it triggers a dormant memory in the souls of those you encounter, a memory of a time when we were all chosen and lived in harmony with the all. Trees seem to lean toward you as you walk past. The wind seems to carry answers to questions you haven't even asked yet. This is not your imagination, it is the recognition of a kin spirit.
You are one of the few who still honors the pact between humanity and the wild. The seventh sign, and perhaps the most defining, is the great ache, the persistent, gnawing feeling that you are here for a specific reason, even if the blueprint hasn't been fully revealed to you yet. Since you were a small child, you have known that you were not born just to exist, pay bills, and fade into the background. There is a fire in your bones, a sense of divine urgency that whispers in the quiet hours of the night. There is more. You have work to do. This mission is not about fame, ego, or worldly power. It is about the evolution of consciousness. You are a bridge builder, a way shower, a transmuter of energy. You are here to break the generational curses that have plagued your family tree for centuries. You are here to anchor a new frequency into the physical plane. This internal GPS keeps you restless. It pushes you to keep seeking, keep healing, and keep growing, even when it would be easier to just fit in. You are different because you are tethered to a future that the rest of the world cannot yet see. They sense your drive, your otherness, and your lack of interest in the trivialities of the moment. You are a soldier of the spirit, and the gravity of your purpose pulls at the world around you. You are haunted by a greatness you haven't yet achieved, not out of ambition, but out of a sense of duty to the divine. This ache is the compass of your soul, pointing you toward the North Star of your true destiny. It is a holy restlessness that ensures you never settle for a life that is less than the one you were meant to live. To be the chosen one is to walk a path of thorns that eventually leads to a garden of infinite peace. It is a lonely road, yes, but it is the only road that leads to the truth. Do not dim your light because it makes others uncomfortable. Do not apologize for the silence that sustains you or the intensity that defines you. They know you are different because you are a living reminder of what humanity is supposed to be: divine, free, and awake. When you walk, walk with the grace of those who have seen the beginning and the end of time. When you speak, let your words be seeds of light. When you stay silent, let that silence be a prayer for the world.
You are the alchemist of your own life, turning the lead of human suffering into the gold of spiritual mastery. The world will try to label you, to categorize you, to fix you. But you are the unfixable, the unlabelable, the wild spirit of the universe experiencing itself in human form. Wear your difference like a cloak of velvet and gold. You are the pioneer of the spirit, the architect of the soul's new dawn. Stand tall in your truth, for the world does not need more echoes. It needs your unique, unmistakable voice. The struggle you face is not a sign of failure, but a sign of your importance. The resistance you meet is the proof of your power. You are the descendant of the mystics, the shamans, and the seers who were burned at the stake for knowing too much. Your roots go deep into the cosmic soil, drinking from the hidden springs of wisdom that never run dry. You are a miracle in motion. You are a testament to the power of the soul to overcome the limitations of the flesh. Do not let the small minds of the world convince you that you are small. You are as vast as the galaxies, as ancient as the silence, and as vibrant as the morning sun. Embrace the strangeness, celebrate the signs. You are here to herald a new age, to light the way for those who will follow in your footsteps. The time of hiding is over, the time of awakening is here. Thank you for wandering through the heights of the soul with us today at Beyond Ordinary. If these words resonated with the fire in your heart, if they felt like a long-lost letter from home, then please like this video and subscribe to our journey.
Share this transmission with another soul who might be struggling with their own light, feeling lost in a world that doesn't understand them. Let us build this bridge together. Leave a comment below. Which of these 7 signs has been the most prominent in your life? Do you feel the call of the mission, or do you find your strength in the sanctuary of solitude? Let us discuss the mysteries of the path. Until our spirits meet again in the next transmission, keep seeking, keep shining, and remember, you were never meant to be ordinary. You were born to be beyond. Peace and light to your journey. Goodbye for now. The divine spark within you recognizes the divine spark within all. You are the cosmic breath. You are the heartbeat of the void. You are the chosen witness to the unfolding of reality. Never forget the power you carry in your veins. You are the sun that refuses to set, the ocean that refuses to be contained. You are the light, and the light is you. Walk in power, walk in peace, walk in the absolute certainty of your own magnificent difference. The universe is watching, and it is applauding your courage to be exactly who you are. Every shadow you cast is a map for others to follow. Every tear you shed is a libation to the old gods of the heart. You are a living library of experiences, a storehouse of universal secrets. People sense the depth of your archive. They feel the weight of the stories you haven't told. This is why they are drawn to you, even when they are afraid. You are the bridge to the invisible. You are the translator of the silent. You are the one who hears the music of the spheres, while the world only hears the noise of the traffic. This is your gift. This is your curse. This is your crown. Wear it with pride. The path ahead is illuminated by the very light you emit. You do not need a torch because you are the flame. You do not need a map because you are the way. Trust the unfolding. Trust the strangeness. Trust yourself. You are the chosen. You are the different. You are the divine. And in that truth, you are finally, truly free. The echoes of your awakening will ripple through time, touching lives you will never meet and healing hearts you will never see. This is the nature of your service. This is the beauty of your soul. Go forth and be the light that you were always meant to be. The cosmos is your home, and you have finally arrived. Continuing the poetic flow to encompass the vastness of the soul's journey, we see that the chosen one is like a rare bloom in a garden of stone. Your petals are made of starlight, and your scent is the memory of heaven. The world will try to pick you, to dry you, to press you between the pages of a dusty book, but you are a living thing, a growing thing, a thing that cannot be contained by the limited imagination of the mundane. You are the fire that doesn't burn out, the river that never reaches the end of its flow. You are the constant in a world of variables. You are the truth in a world of lies. Stand in your center. Breathe in the infinity that surrounds you. You are never alone, for the entire universe is conspiring for your success.